Alright, testing. Alright, we're finally catching up. Okay, alright. Continuing Surface Transportation Board. Alright, Surface Transportation Board, parts 1021 to 1029 enforcement. Part 1021, administrative collection of enforcement claims. 1, standards. 2, enforced claims and debtor. 3, enforced claims designee. Notice of claim, demand. 4, 5, agreement and release. 5, 6, claim payment. 1021 standards regulations issued jointly by the Comptroller General of the United States with the Attorney General of the United States under Section 3 of the Federal Claims Collection Act 1966 is amended, published in Title 31 CFR Part 900 through 904 are here adopted and serve the Transportation Board for the administrative collection of enforcement claims. 1021 to enforcement claims. Debtors enforcement claims is all civil forfeiture claims not exceeding $20,000 may arrive under the provision of Interstate Commerce Act legislation supplementing thereto. Debtors are in any imports by the corporation subject to the forfeitures forfeit violation provision of the Interstate Commerce Act legislation supplementing thereto. 1021-3 enforcement collection designee. The Director Office Compliance Enforcement Surface Transportation Board is designated for the take of necessary action administrative of collection with the compromise suspended within the tort termination enforcement claims within the contemplation of the Federal Claims Collection Act 1966. 1024-4 notice of claim and the demand initiation of the initial collection board by the enforcement collection designee mailing a letter of notice of claim demand to the debtor with such a letter will state the statutory basis for the claim of the brief resume with the actual basis of the claim and the amount of the claim and indicate with availability with the designee within his personal age for discussion with the claim should be there so arise. Alright, 1021-5 agreement and release of the debtor's agreement, the settlement of the claim, settle claim, the agreement and release form will provide with the debtor with a duplicate of the form and reciting the statutory basis for the claim. Will contain a statement that to be signed with the duplicated with the debtor's evidence of his agreement with the state settlement with the claim, but the amount of state agreement with both copies of the signed agreement shall be returned to the collected designee. Upon final collection of the claim, one copy of the agreement and release shall be returned to the debtor with a release thereon signed with the enforcement collection designee. Alright, 1021-6 method of claiming payment. Debtors should be required to settle payments claims by payment, bank, cashier, check with the other instrument acceptable to the designee, and installment payment of the check with after execution promissory note containing the agreement of the judgment. All check with the other instrument will be made with the Surface Transportation Board after the receipt will be forwarded to the U.S. Treasury, and that was part 1021 Administrative Collection and Enforcement Claims.